you live this life or walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. Bout to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here with Don Juan. What's up, Fleece?
What's up, big brother?
Man, we was talking the other day about, it kind of stuck with me, about a room I don't think nobody knows about that's in, was that Eddyville?
Oh, yeah, Eddyville.
That's down there in the room. Describe that room. How did you get in that room?
Well, first of all, here's what people don't understand. When you go to the hole, soon you come to the gate. Soon you come to the gate, you know, you come inside a 3-cell house. You go down the steps, one flight, you turn, come down that flight. They got gate bars down there. Now they got the control panel down there that opens all the gates. You know, whoever brings you down there will unlock that gate, go inside, unlock the panel, pull the big old slot back. And if you're going on 15 walk, you know, where the electric is at, they open that truck gate, turn the switch, 2 knobs, door open, you go back there to the gate in the middle of the wall. Now, but here's what people don't know. You come down them steps, come down the other steps, and turn right. There's a gate right there. Ain't nobody ever been in there. See, you unlock that big old gate with a big old key. There's a big old door. Right now, they got the door sealed.
What do you mean sealed?
Man, they had welders. I was the last one put in, and it's the real dungeon. That's the real dungeon. And I was the last one put in when they came up. Frankfurt had a new correction administration that took over. You know, prison evolves, right? From worse to get better, to get better, to get better, to get the way the law requires a prison to be ran and furnished and supported. So all they got to be according to the law. So, but back then, I was the last one put in this dungeon. Let me describe what's inside that door that they got sealed up. You stick a big old key in there, a great big old key, turn it, the door opens. Ain't no windows, ain't no lights, or nothing. It ain't nothing but mud. And you can hear water dripping, you know, that's what keeps everything in a socket and rotate, you know, keep it, you know, don't know water come through there.
The floor is mud?
It's all mud. I don't even know how deep it is. But they took me and just twirled me in there, pitched me in there. I came up, man, I was wiggling and they slammed that door. It wasn't nothing but darkness in there. I'm butt naked. And I grabbed the banks, the banks. And I kept slipping down the bank, so I took my finger and made little holes in the mud, like, so I can grip.
So it's mud on the walls too?
Man, the whole, let me finish describing this place. From what I felt, 'cause I can't see shit. It's dark in there. No, like I said, no windows, no nothing. They slammed that door and locked it. The story is, ain't nobody ever made it past 3 days in there and lived. When I started sticking my finger, I was just going into the mud right there. And I made little clamps where I went all the way around the wall to where I heard the sound of water. And it was pipes.
Why would you stand away from the middle of the floor?
Man, the place is like quicksand, man. You go in the middle, you going down. You ain't got nothing that'll pull you up. You ain't got shit you can grab or nothing. You going up on a whole lot of mud and stuff, right?
So there's probably some bodies in there.
Man, come on, man. I stepped on something. I know it was bodies, man. So I felt, you know how you can feel shit between your toes and shit, right? They got all kinds of shit running around in that thing, man. They got snakes and all that shit, lizards. Man, let me. This is a nightmare to me. That was the worstest thing that I experienced in prison. I made it all the way around where the dripping of water was, and they had pipes. I grabbed the pipe, pulled myself up out of that mud. I'm butt naked. Body covered with the stinkiest mud you can ever have on you. I pulled myself up out of that shit and took my legs and stuck it through one of the pipes, stuck my other leg, stuck it through that, and flipped my arm up there while I'm hung up on it. But I wanted to be where I can get water.
So they wasn't feeding you or giving you water or
Man,
nothing?
they didn't even open the fucking door. When you put down there, you put down there to die. Not to live, not to punish, to die. Mm. That's the whole purpose of putting you down there. This is it. You know, and at that time, I ain't have nobody writing me, no families, no visits.
So you could have died, nobody would even know?
Yeah, nobody wouldn't even... I was a prime candidate for this fucking death shit. I was a perfect candidate for it. So let me tell you what happened. When I want water, all I gotta do is lean my head back and let water drop in my mouth, drink it, get my belly full, and keep my arms hooked up under that pipe where my legs were. I can't fall. I fixed myself up in there where I was like tied into the shit. I slept like that. I stayed in there a full week. A whole fucking week. I knew I was gonna die. I mean, I thought I was.
They never checked on you once?
Man, here's what saved me. Like I said, the prisons involves different wardens, different administrations, go from worse to better. Now, we had a new administration in the penitentiary system. Now, check this out. The warden is making rounds. He wants to see the whole scope of the prison.
The new warden?
The new warden. So now...
You remember his name?
Huh? No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. This shit is on record, though. It should, well, I know they're going to tear it up. I know they are. But I don't give a fuck. But I want you to know this. Here's what happened. The new warden is making rounds, so these guards and stuff, the ones that's killing people, they got to clean up a lot of shit. So the door opened down there. This is a week later. I mean, out there butt naked with mud all over me, stinking. For a week. Said you can't live down there past 3 days. I done made it a week. And the door opened, I heard two guards talking. I'm gonna tell you what guard it was. It was he was a lieutenant. And he was like one of them Gunsmoke type, tall, 6'5", and fight anybody. White man can throw. And Williams. And he said if anybody can survive down here as Fleece Johnson, he's that goddamn nasty. Hey, Fleece Johnson, I said, I'm here. Hell yeah. God, thank God. I'm rescued. I mean, excuse me for coughing, but I smoke a lot. Anyway, thank God I'm rescued. So they're going to take a wire hose and try to throw it over there to me. Hey, you think I will let you pull me across the center of this shit? I made it around here from going around the banks. I said, I'll come to you. Because if they get me in the center, they can snatch the rope. And I ain't got nothing to hold on to, and I'll drown. So it could have been a trick. So I said, no, I come to you. And I made it, kept sticking my finger in them holes. I got around there, they pulled me out. Gave me a shower. You know what they told me?
What's that?
I'm going to tell you right now. You wouldn't be alive today if I didn't pull your black ass out of there. Now show me some fucking respect. And don't mention this to nobody. Now I mean it, Fleece. Don't mention it to nobody. I'll tell you, I'll pick your black ass up and throw you back in her. And you will die. Now promise me on your word. I say my word. Now the reason I'm talking about it now is because my word is only given to those that is good. If you don't stay good, my word ain't no good. So it's up to you. But anyway, I kept it secret though. And you know what they did? They brought in a welder and sealed that door. I'm talking about the welded the whole door shut where you can't even open it. Do I actually think they went in there and drained all that shit? No, they didn't have time. I was in the whole 12 years, bro. I would have known that they was down there drilling. Cause I'm all over the cell house. That room is still there.
And whatever was in there is still in there.
And whatever was in there, the bodies that died in there, is still there. You go check it out. Word up.
Hey, Fleece, a couple of your fans said that you made a comment about that you would die if you didn't get the young guy that you were sailed with, and you told them that they wasn't telling the truth. And we went back and reviewed the videos. What you got to say to him?
Well, first of all, I apologize to my fans. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You know, like I said, hustler spirit is about one thing, the truth, man. We talk the truth, we confess it. You know, no matter how it comes out, or how it may make us look, we stand by this truth. That it is good to be truthful than it is to be a lie. And I apologize to all my fans because I did make that statement. I did. And so I be on interview making lots of statements, but they all true. And sometimes I've been through so much. And a lot of what I've been through has been torturous for me, as it has been for the people I fought in her. And a lot of things I remember, don't remember. But when I know the truth, I'm going to tell it. And like I said to my fans, I apologize. You know, I did make that statement that I would die if I didn't have that boy. I made it. And let me tell you why I made it. See, in prison, contrary to what people think, you don't have to physically take somebody's booty. You can, you know, when you want some ass, like I said, I was raised in prison from a child. I never hit a woman. I never been through none of this. And I ain't gonna sugarcoat that because, you know what? I did know right from wrong. But you know what? My nuts was heavy. And I gotta shoot. Somebody gonna give it up. So, you know, you go through your emotions, you know, whoever you talking to, you know, people sit there and talk to you about, hey, man, my girlfriend on the street wrote me for Fleece. I said, what she say, bro? Oh man, she said she can't wait to get out here and suck his dick and all this shit. Man, I'm getting freaky. I said, yeah, man. I said, damn, man. I said, I don't get letters from nobody, bro. I said, he said, man, you can read this shit, man, what she saying about me eating her and licking all this shit. You know, he's horny. So now I gotta figure out all the shit he's thinking about doing to her, I'm thinking about doing it to him. You know, you done excited me. So I tell him, I say, look, hold up, man. I said, we be coming out in a minute, bring that letter out. He brought it out. And we sat down, I sat right next to him. And he was talking, I said, man, can you just feel her right now? So I took my hand and rubbed it over his arm. I said, she be rubbing you like that. I said, read some more. She said, hey, baby, I'm sitting here with my legs spread. I said, do she ever touch you? He said, yeah. I said, like this? And I grabbed his nipples and shit. He said, man, that's the way she do it. He said, stop that shit. I said, no, man. I said, read the fucking letter, nigga. And before it was over, he was sitting on my dick. And whatever his fantasy is, what he gonna do to her, I was gonna do it to him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. My nuts was heavy. But I'll tell you, I could, you know, so in prison, you go to prison, you know, you ain't got no more freaks in there. So you start talking all that old sexual shit, you're gonna arouse somebody. You know, people go on a visit, come off the visit. I said, what's up, bro? He said, oh man, it was my girl, man. She came from Louisville. I said, how's she doing? She doing all right, man. Man, you gotta, when you start talking that sex shit, man, she had on some motherfucking a dress that fit her tight, and I could see them prints, bro. You know, she kept letting me see them prints, man, that big old ass of her. And, oh, God, man, Fleece, she started talking about this and that. So while he's telling me all this shit, I ain't never had a woman. And nigga talking sexual, I'm hard. I said, man, that's your baby, ain't it? He said, man, I seen them big old thighs, man. She reached over and touched me, Fleece. I said, word, nigga, where did she touch you at? He said, right. I said, right here. He said, yeah. He said, nigga, get your hands off me, nigga. I said, man, shut up, nigga. But before the end of that conversation, I was fucking him. So, what I'm telling you is, prison is different. People out here in the streets, you hustle for to pay your bills, all your bill payments, groceries, to go out, to go to the casino and all that. That's the thing y'all normally do out here. You know, go to restaurants, movies, theaters, camping. Now in prison, we ain't got that luxury. We don't have the luxury of doing what y'all do out here in society. So we like trapped in one situation. And I'm a child raised up in prison. The first person I ever cummed in was a man. My first love was a fucking man. It wasn't no woman, it was a man. My first love. They say you never forget your first love. I don't, but I'm done with that. But the point is, they raised me from a child. This is what the system do to people. They take your kids and they raise them in the penitentiary. And my mama, I come from a good mama. My mama loved me. My mama was a good, let me tell you what, my mama was a good woman. Here's how good my mama was. I never heard her cuss, ever. I never heard her say, fuck you, kiss my ass, Are you fucking big? I never heard none of them B words or N words come from my mama. That's how good my mama was. I never heard my mama gossip about people. Oh, this girl down here, she this and that. Her kids, this and that. A whole bunch of old crazy baby mama stuff. A mama arguing with her daughters. They cussing each other, ready to fight. My mama didn't do none of that. And there ain't no kid in that house ever cussed my mama. It was 7 of us. None of us ever cussed them to their face, whether we like them or not. So, imagine my mama's response at hearing that her child that they took away from her at 14, they hit the penitentiary at 16. See, they took me away from my mama at 14. I was in an adult jail at 14. Turned 15 in there. And then from 15, I went to prison and turned 16 in the penitentiary. I stayed in jail that long. And my mama know me. I like an American virgin, man. I ain't never had a woman, I never kissed one. Then I'm being raised in the penitentiary around freaks. Every time I come out my cell, I see people standing around kissing each other. Men's kissing men. Men's running around with panties and all this stuff on lipstick. Look like women. Big old booties and stuff. I'm curious. Is this life? Is this what it's supposed to be about? And now everybody's down on me because I like booty. I mean, goddamn. What should I like? What would you have liked had you been me in her? Raised up as a child in the penitentiary around nothing but freaks. 80% of the people in prison is gay. 80% of them are gay. And you walking around, you seeing all this stuff. Man, let me tell you something. I learned this from Cat Williams about telling the truth. I did it. I enjoyed it. But when I got wise, I knew this ain't the way a man should be. This ain't the way a man should live. And when I left penitentiary, I was changed. So you said, okay, Fleece, you changed, but what if you went back? If I went back, would I do it again? No. I was like 15 years not doing it before I even got out. So I already pulled the plug on it. I learned this about me and my sexual desires. I don't need nobody to help me do it. I can do it on my own. And I stick with that.
All right, Fleece, you say you the truth teller, you ain't got nothing to hide. What you mean by that?
I meant what I said. I don't have nothing to hide. Hey, you know what? A person asked me the other day, said, every time I see you on Hustle Spirit, my brother, you wearing some sort of hat. Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing it now. That's what I look like. Still look like I'm in my 20s. Still look like I'm in my 20s. And you can't, you know, if it wasn't for this gray right here, hey, you would swear to God, say, hey, bro, pay attention to preserve you, man. You still look like you was 20, nigga, like before you left the streets. I got that, bro. I feel good about myself. It ain't nothing to hide. But you know what? I'm glad we spoke on this because I remember this girl out here. Her name was Rita. And every time I see her, she's wearing these blue jeans and a bodysuit. And she had a fine figure. We used to sit out and talk every day, smoke our stuff. So one day I started laughing. She said, "What you laughing about?" I said, "Them stretch marks." She said, "How you know I got stretch marks?" That's a saying that tells everything. Whatever you think you can hide, you can't. You may think you done hid something. There's a saying that tells everything: snow, rain, summer, winter, fall. Before it even comes, we know it's coming. We read a saying. Saying told Jesus was going to be born before he was brought into the world. As saying, you can tell a person is high, gay, intoxicated. You don't even have to know him. You can say that person he's drunk. You can read a saying. Or you can look at somebody and say, "Oh, he's gay." And you'll be right. And never even met the person. So I learned from that. Not to hide nothing. Because you know what? Let me tell you about a secret. You got people that kills over secrets. You got the government, they catch a spy, they got secrets out. Another country, they're torturing. Because you done stole our secrets. You got people that I was locked up with in the penitentiary that was gay, fully gay in prison. Got out, went to another state, got married, and didn't even think that people from the Kentucky prison would be in his state that he went to. And the girl he married didn't even know he even been in prison. He didn't tell her. He didn't tell her he did all that gay stuff in her. And then when somebody from that prison showed up, hey, he took him back to Kentucky because he said, "You know what? I'm not going to kill him here. I'm going to kill him in Kentucky. And they can't trace it back to me because I live here." But he got caught. I done ran into 5 or 6 cases like that. People trying to conceal their secrets. I read a book called A Rape of the Man. Now, it was called Captain and the Kings. An immigrant come to America. They took his brothers and sisters and put them in, made orphans out of them. He promised he'd get them out. He went through all this legal stuff, had somebody teaching him. He found out one thing about America. All them people in offices, Hollywood celebrities and stuff, they all got something to hide. He said all you got to do is figure out what it is, and you got them in your power and control for the rest of their life. This man took people's secrets, people that was running for governor and stuff, and went to the governor and told him drop out of the race. He was getting paid to make him drop out of the race. What he did, he found out what his secret was. If you got a secret that you feel that you would pay whatever the price to keep it secret, you do whatever, you'll probably even kill the person that found it out. But with me, I'm like Cat Williams. I'd rather tell the truth, put it all out there, than to sit back and let it smack me in the face, right? That's what I got to say.